Hi and welcome back to my YouTube channel, or maybe you're seeing this video from my YouTube page or my Facebook page. There are a few updates going on and I just wanted to talk about what's going on. We did see an aftershock here in Nevada, a larger aftershock. Today is the 21st, yes, of May. It's 6:31 currently Mountain Standard Time. This happened in 6:22 Mountain Standard Time, just a larger aftershock in the Nevada region, which is completely normal. I want to switch my attention though and talk about Utah for a minute. Actually, California, as you know from recent videos, has kind of been on my watch list, specifically because there's so much dead silence in this area. This region is usually active with several earthquakes of lower magnitudes per day, between 12 to 25 as many. And you can see one lonesome earthquake here, a 2.4, and a few on the western side of, or the eastern part of California. And that could be due to the Nevada earthquake sending area into that energy into those areas. Let's see, there are a few more. I want to just check here. I'm always checking Ridgecrest because they did have an earthquake in June 19th. I'm sorry if you keep hearing a buzzing sound. I really don't know what it is. Getting notifications or something. They had an earthquake in June of 2019 that was pretty big. I think it was a 7.0 or above in that area. So I'm always checking in this area. It does look like they have some activity, so... we have been watching, myself and other earthquake forecasters have been watching California. But like I said, I just want to talk about Utah for a minute. I put Utah on the list earlier today of places potential places to watch. I actually live in Salt Lake City, Utah. And if you don't remember, a couple months back, we had a 5.6 earthquake in Magna in this mountain range right here. But I think I needed to just dismiss that notification. Now the buzzing will stop. Hold on real quick while I tell my dog to be quiet. So we had a 5.6 here in this Magna area, on what's called the West Valley Fault. However, I've been watching for this mountain range to have an earthquake because this is the Wasatch Fault, which is due for a large 7.0 and is about 100 years overdue. Well, it has the potential of creating a 7.0, and it's about 100 years overdue. History has shown from scarps that you can see that it has produced large earthquakes in the area before. And so this was information that was passed down to me from my grandma. Her mother told her. It's well known. Pretty much everybody in Salt Lake City knows that there's a potential for a large earthquake on this mountain range it goes down quite a ways, actually. So it goes down as far as Nephi, up to Layton, and into Idaho a little bit. So let's talk about what the forecast is for today. I talked about earlier seeing a potential trajectory line, which is, we had a 4.9 here in Oregon, and then Idaho has seen some increase in activity and increase in magnitude. They had, let's see if we can find it, a 4.4, which is, these are all aftershock. Excuse me, I got a cough. These are all aftershocks from their 6.5 that they had about a month and a half ago. Maybe 2 months ago now. Haven't done the math in a while. But I do see that, energy, using the Dutchson's method, you would assume the energy is traveling downwards. I believe it came into Idaho, and that's why they had a bigger aftershock today. A 4.4 is kind of one of their bigger aftershocks. It has only happened maybe 3 times in the last 2 months, so that's unusual. And it's funny that this happened at 5:34, and then Idaho received their larger aftershock, let's see, 5:33, so a minute apart. I'm not saying that the energy is transferring downwards that fast, but maybe the pressure in general just built up at that moment for both places. So I did put Salt Lake City on my list because, if this area has pressure building, it could I wish I could talk today. I'm so sorry. It could very well mean that Salt Lake City is receiving pressure. So then, after I did I did a video forecast about that, we received, during that video, 2.7 in southern Idaho, it's getting a little bit near Salt Lake City. And then, just now, we received one in this area, which is a 3.36 in West Wendover. And that's that's not an everyday normal earthquake that would just be somewhere. It's a little bit high. It's not high at all. It's maybe not even moderate. But it's not a normal, everyday, normal earthquake that you would see. Like, for example, here in Texas, you see a random one. Oh, that is a 3.0, so that means that that's not normal either, and neither is that one. And I assume that that's going on because yesterday we had so much energy up here in Alaska. And again, using the Dutchson's method, you would assume that it's traveling downwards and then over and dispersing outwards. But it's not dispersing outwards like it should. That's another reason why I'm forecasting a potential earthquake in California, Salt Lake City, and other western states could be, there's a potential as well. So it just seems like and you can almost see it. It's almost like an arrow, isn't it? Like, there's a trajectory line from the Oregon coming down into the Salt Lake City, and then you have these other earthquakes going on in the same time, one in West Wendover, a little one up there. So it is showing that there is energy coming into the Salt Lake City area. So there is a potential for an earthquake. If not, I wouldn't doubt that our aftershock activity picks back up again. Let's talk about California for a minute. They just had a bigger one. Again, they had one a couple days ago. And these are all things that are telling me that energy is pressure and energy is building again. So a 5.1 is not a normal aftershock it's normal within, if you were to ask a seismologist, they would say it's pretty normal, but it's just a signal to me that says that, hey, pressure is building again, watch for patterns, see what's going on. Let's look at a few of these ones. Oh, we did already. These are not too big, kind of near Ridgecrest. I have, a lot of people are asking me this. Where in California do you think there would be an earthquake if there was? And I can't say exactly. I'm not exactly sure. This part of California is very silent. You would expect to see something, probably because it's been silent for so long, I would expect to see something pretty big soon there. Not huge, but moderate, maybe a 5.0, but who knows, there is a potential for it to be bigger. This area is all under pressure and all active right now, so I wouldn't doubt that there's a potential for an earthquake here as well. 5.0 or higher. It could be higher. It could be a 5.0, or it could be higher in either one of these three locations. Watching here specifically, watching this area specifically, and watching Salt Lake City specifically. Not just Salt Lake City, but anywhere between Provo and Ogden. So within this area, there's another hot area, which is in this area, I believe. Yes, East Carbon area around there. Salina, Richfield, how do you say that? Ephraim. They are, they have a potential. Activity is usual, or there is a potential in this area as well. So, watching a few things, and I just wanted to make this update because there is definitely energy coming into Salt Lake City today, and hopefully nothing happens and everybody can stay safe. I don't say any of this to scare anybody. Definitely just have a plan. Be prepared. Hope for the best and expect the worst. Have a plan. Have a bag packed. Maybe an extra set of clothes, water, leashes for pets. What have you asked yourself what you would do in an earthquake? Could you hide under a table? What have you taken things off of your walls? Don't sleep with anything above your head. If there's a glass picture above your head, you might want to think about moving it. If there's a shelf above your head in bed, or even in the couch where you watch TV the most, would you maybe want to move it? Just take precaution, and that's the best I have to say for now, and I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.